Hello, viewers. I'm SB.
And I'm Amabel. See, I got it right this time.
Hey, we did it. Uh,
Yay!
and welcome back to Pentiment, where it looks like something big is going on here. It looks like there's a lot of angry folks, and also here's our friend Matthew, who is not prepared to talk to humans. That's my memory of Matthew.
Yep.
Are you concerned? I'm concerned. Do we know Carl? Is this? These are new people, right?
I'm not. Maybe we know Carl. I'm not sure.
Well, let's see what's going on. God bless you, Andreas. Hello, Brother Matthew. What are you doing out here? I thought you were aware that in addition to my role as Kirsau's sacrist, I tend to the shrine of St. Moritz. St. Moritz, just remind me really quickly, patron St. Tassing. Okay, yep.
They got his hand.
I'm all caught up. He is the patron of Tassing and Kirsau both, so it is my duty to ensure his reliquary is well cared for. Okay, I'm not going to get into a whole Christian thing right now. I have always thought reliquaries were a super weird idea for a religion that has the things to say about idolatry that Christianity does.
Oh, you are not the only one to feel that way, and that's certainly there's certainly a lot of strains of Christian thought, and I want to say Protestant thought, particularly that have to do with that kind of stuff. And also, generally, you notice like in a lot of Protestant churches, you don't have like the stained glass windows in that, and that is a strong reaction to accusations of idolatry, particularly with veneration of the saints and the Virgin Mary. So, yeah, that's it. Remind me after though to tell you about my favorite relic.
Okay.
I can tell you now, but I feel like I'm distracting enough at the
Well, I
moment. So.
do I do feel like if you didn't tell me now, then you would be keeping all the viewers in suspense.
Are you familiar with the Holy Prepuce?
I am. Let's say for the sake of argument that I am not.
So that Jesus guy got circumcised, right?
Sure, famously.
So there's when you do that, there's some skin that is cut off, and maybe several churches claim to have that skin as like a holy relic.
You would think that it's just. You would think that it would not persist.
Oh no, but it's Jesus, and he persists. Just like the hands persist, and like
Canonically, no,
the
that's fair. That's kind of like the thing about him, right?
yeah, or like, are you familiar with the incorruptibles?
Uh no, no.
See, this is why you brought me on. This
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 is
is
this
this
is
is this is
exactly
this,
why I brought you on. Yes.
yeah. The incorruptibles are a series of Catholic saints whose bodies supposedly have not decomposed
Okay.
for like hundreds of years. They've just been in some degree of just like pristine condition. And it's like a holy miracle thing. I don't think it is. I think there's some tomfoolery going on, but that's that's a crazy thing.
Also, why is that? Why would that even be a miracle that would get? I guess I'm gonna get into some God's will is ineffable territory here with that kind of questioning, but it seems like a weird miracle to me. God never ran any of his logic by me. Things would be different.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
there was not much beta testing either. It's like God did not listen to his Kickstarter backers, and this is what happens when you don't listen to the fans.
Anyway, I don't think Andreas thinks. I don't think Andreas leaves the shrine inspired. I don't think Andreas buys into this extent. The question here is: are we lying to Matthew in this moment?
Yeah, let's lie to Matthew in this
Okay.
moment.
Oh, well, the shrine is always beautifully kept. Whenever I visit, I always leave inspired. I'm going to say Andreas said that in like a really shitty, sarcastic way, and Matthew just doesn't pick up on it.
Yes, I love that very much.
The martyrdom of St. Moritz provides inspiration to us all. You are familiar with the life of St. Moritz, are you not? I like this. I like the cattiness of this bottom option.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Let's go with that.
Well, unfortunately, I did not learn about all of the minor saints in university. Though he may not be well known in the church, St. Moritz is both Tassing and Kirsau's patron saint. You ought to learn something about him while you're here. Sorry, you ought to learn something about him while you're here. I didn't realize they were going to color that in differently. I can't help it. I just want to be horrible to him.
Okay.
This reflects badly on me. I'm not a good person. Anyway. Very well. Saint Moritz is most widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans. He protected a town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn, he and his legion were decimated. I feel like this is a silly question to ask, because like Andreas knows what that means. It sounds dreadful. The Lord calls us to cast down our lives for our brothers and sisters in the faith, Master Mahler. Most of the pilgrims who visit come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. However, Tassing venerates St. Moritz because he was the one to convert the town and save it from destruction. I kind of don't want to ask a lot of questions. I feel like we want to limit the amount that he goes on, right? Oh yeah, I've been hearing about some of the pagan history in town. There are some in Tassing who still cling to the pagan traditions, yes. God save them. St. Moritz and his legion were snowed into this pass, and the pagan townsfolk refused to aid them. The daughter of the town's leader, Satya, was moved in spirit and snuck from the town to convert. She led Moritz to a spring, and as soon as she was baptized, the snow melted, revealing all manner of fruits. Moritz and his legion were saved by those miraculous gifts. The town was converted, and the rebels fled into the mountains. We have no choice but to ask a question. I feel like we know what he's going to say if I point out that this sounds far-fetched.
Ask about the lady.
Yeah, what happened to Satya? She, too, was martyred for her faith by the rebels inhabiting the town. Now her shrine protects Tassing from harm. But we don't take care of her hand. Huh. I see the mysteries of our saints have overwhelmed your intellect. Many are affected so. God bless you.
Asshole.
We deserve it. Until later, brother.
No.
Okay, so he is maybe not actually having a conversation or an altercation of any kind with these fellows. Oh, hello, Andreas. Hello, Carl. You seem busier than usual today. Well, I'm behind in my work. I went up to the shrine of St. Moritz this morning to pray for his aid. The candle I lit had all but burned away. I was there so long. Now I need to catch up. It feels... Is this an act of dedication to St. Moritz? Like, if you're there for the purpose of, like, effectively trying to get something for yourself.
But if you're there that long with, like, a candle that's almost burned out.
I'm just saying, it feels like a dedication to a thing that's not St. Moritz. Hey, do you go to the shrine very often? Well, I usually go every autumn for a good harvest. Now that Helena's pregnant, I've tried to go pray every week. Her mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been paying visits to Moritz's hand and Satya's shrine to pray for their aid. Well, I don't know that I want to be shitty about this. We don't really have a relationship with Carl figured out yet.
I would go with the first one. Just it's being...
Yeah. Well, what we haven't really talked about is like how nosy is this Andres? How much does he insert himself into other people's business?
Yeah, but it
I'm
feels.
with you on this though.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that the saints hear your prayers. Thank you, Andreas. So do I. Okay, I thought that was going to be a whole thing. It turned out to just be like two guys standing near each other. Weird. So we are right now headed back to work.
Looks like that's what they
Where's
have
my
little
my?
star on.
Here we are. Lunch is done. It was nice catching up with Otto and Endris, but it's about time I head back to the Scriptorium. Okay. I like the detailed layout of what we're supposed to be doing right now. You are right, of course, about the Scriptorium thing, but also my memory being as sketchy as it is. I appreciate the having it spelled out. Oh, hello. Okay, you don't have anything to say to me. Volkbert? That's a new person, right?
I don't remember Volkbert previously, no.
Here's Sabat again. Okay, Sabat also does not really have any interest in talking to me, which I get. I wouldn't want to spend a lot of time with this version of Andreas either.
Oh, do you want to go into...
Yeah, I clicked before you started speaking, but yeah, you're right. We absolutely should have. Shoot. That's my bad. Hopefully we will still have time to go steal his code wheel later. Brother Adok, this work, I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place closed. Brother Prior, I am working to the best of my abilities, and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent, praise be to God. And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Prior. I will work harder. Well, he's in a mood, huh?
Yeah.
Piero, I can't believe this. Baron Rothvogel has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have. You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Whoa, dude. Well, you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. Okay. What is the degree of flying off the handle that we do? I probably don't want to lose this job, right?
Yeah, no, I would definitely lean towards the first one.
All right.
It's pointed enough, I think.
Excuse me, Prior Ferenc. I believe your point is made. Andreas, I will remind you that I am the master of this scriptorium, and you are a guest here. Oh, I agree, Brother Prior. Brother Piero's work is unacceptably slow. You are insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh, God, give me the patience to endure this. Please, everyone, this is my work, and I accept responsibility for it. Prior Ferenc is right. Do we know this?
Oh, that's the Baron.
Okay. Prior Ferenc, is this mine? It must be, yes? It is, my lord. I can explain. No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way, and I have to be honest. I expected more. It's nowhere near finished, and the style is... well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity toward Kirsau is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord. Never. We can fix this, of course. We only want to accommodate you. Ah, Andreas, good to see you again. How should I respond to this? The abbot already seems annoyed. Which of our inner demons do we listen to the most? I feel like we've gone with her a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that one.
Socrates, I believe.
Yeah, so great.
Simply addressing him as my lord would be appropriate. It acknowledges him respectfully without being overly familiar, and hopefully gets us out of here as quickly as possible. My lord. Gosh, I hope that's not a bad this will be remembered. Father Gernot, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it if speed is your concern? No, no. I'm not talking about the script, that's fine. But the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course. I mean, if Andreas is all right with it. Well, shit.
Oh,
I mean, do we argue? We're going to end up having to do this, right?
yeah.
Is there point in arguing?
I don't think there's point in arguing. If it's between the two that aren't arguing, I would choose the one that seems nicer to Brother Piero. It seems like we like him. He seems nice enough, so
Yeah, my concern with this is actually that, like, when you say the one that seems nicer, you mean the top one?
I
Because I
think
kind of
so.
I kind of read the top one as being a little bit shitty. Is a little bit like, well, I
Okay.
guess if he needs to be rescued. I guess there's a big difference in like the tone of voice that this is set in, which unfortunately we don't
We
get.
don't have control over
Yeah,
it.
we
Do you
don't have
want you
access
want you
to.
want to try the bottom one just to be
It's
more on the
still,
safe side?
like
Because
like I'd still express some frustration with it because our
yeah,
Andreas is still kind of a whiny. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
prima donna.
I will do what I have to do. There we have it. I hope this allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. Oh, I have. I'm going to bring it up. I know he's going to overrule me, but I at least want to have been
Yeah.
formally overruled so that I can say I was formally overruled. My lord, I've already made supper plans with the Drucker family in town. Nonsense. You can eat with them any day. I'm only here for the evening. Well, father? Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend the Prince Bishop would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you're right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. Yeah, this way, hopefully anybody who gets mad at us, we can just tell them, listen, I was explicitly ordered. You had this planned. You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town. I did not even remember that was the Baron. How could I possibly? Pardon me. I do think we fly off the handle a little bit, but that's beyond ridiculous. Listen to yourself. Brother Prior, Andreas is not to blame for any of this. I am. Yes, you are. And you've embarrassed me, the abbot, and the abbey. Prior Ferenc is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions. Guy, can you stop flattering the prior for 1 minute?
I hope Guy's the one that gets murdered.
I think that anytime
I like that.
anytime an opportunity to insult Guy comes up, Andreas just cannot help himself.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot.
You are so insincere and you're so obvious about it, Guy. Brothers. If you please, Sister Zdena and I would prefer if you could keep the noise down. It sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. We should be so lucky. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting back to work. Well, that was not wonderful, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I'll finish my work here and wash up in the lavatorium for supper at the abbot's table. All right, like just 3 episodes per day in Andreas Mahler's life. This seems like a reasonable pace. So sure, supper at the abbot's table. Very important. I care a great deal about it. Let's I mean, he's probably going to be home now, right? I probably did goof up pretty bad by not.
Well, let's see.
Yeah. Huh?
Okay.
I still don't know how to connect the elemental symbols on the Volvel with the astrological symbols on the cipher. Until I figure out the connection, I can't decipher the note I found in Fering's book. Well, I found a secret passage in the crypt. There has to be a book in the library I could use to figure this out. It's a fair point. Sister Illuminata is in there most of the day. Perhaps I can find a way in after dark.
Yes. Night mission.
And if all else fails, perhaps I could ask Werner Stoltz. He lives off the North Commons. Werner... Okay, this is a guy we've not seen before, for sure.
I would remember that hat, I think.
That's fair. Can I play with the I cannot fiddle with the thing. The thing is, I took a screenshot, right, of him decoding it, and the green part was up. I don't know if that level of detail is actually going to be honored by the game, but I have a sense he doesn't like me much, but I'll find a way to get the information out of him. Okay, so we have a plan at least. So those triangular symbols around the outside that were in the quarters are the simple alchemical symbols for earth, fire, air, and water. In case the coloration of the quarters was not clear.
Okay.
I still remember some of this stuff. Okay, we're going to the lavatorium to wash up. I did a huge amount of research into like the presentation of alchemical symbols way back when I was doing that Payday 2 secret stuff. And I remember some of it a little bit.
Yeah. See, all I know about alchemy
Dormitory
is that is the Best Dominion expansion.
This is going to get us yelled at more than any of the Christianity stuff. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper, though the circumstances are unusual, to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you. None of the brothers will, but it will be good to have you with us. Oh, that's a shame. I always enjoy our talks. You're one of the 3 people here I like. Now, the same doesn't apply to you at the abbot's table. You can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter. Yeah, but there's no chance our version of Andreas can keep his mouth shut for that long. So I like this bottom one is very like, oh, I'm moving up in the world, but I don't think this is how Andreas feels about this situation right now. This is an imposition, right?
Yeah.
I wish you could take my place, Brother Piero, in more way than one. You deserve the honor. Anyway, I'm sorry for how the prior treated you. It's not fair. It's humiliating. Oh, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. And we all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. No, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave all of us at Kirsau Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lorenz, the Baron Rothvogel, to help you in your career. Okay, which compliment are we going to repay? Here's the problem. I don't actually know if he's being slow. Has it been established that he's working at like a different pace than one would expect?
I don't
I don't want to give him
think
a
so.
false compliment because he seems canny enough to catch that and
Yeah.
not appreciate it. This one seems safer. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with your style. It's not old just because a nobleman says so. Ah, don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change. The future will right over the present. You need not fear it, any of it, so long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. Looks like he's preparing to box the water. Hold on. I want to jump into the book here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Just into the peoplearium. These are all of the pages we have? That's interesting.
So.
No, okay. I see. It's set as pages within a set of pages. There's like a sheaf,
Okay.
which is a weird way to do it. But I'm just trying to like quickly recover my memory of faces here. I hope nobody minds. Okay. I feel like I've more or less... All right. Let us continue. This will be a lot easier for a lot of the people watching because they'll be watching in chunks. But I'm spacey, and we had that break. So just down to the refectory now, which would be this door. Andreas, glad you could join us. Thank you, my lord. Father Gernot, Father Thomas, Prior Ferenc. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Oh, the Gospel of Matthew. Wonderful. Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? I assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I studied it extensively while I was in university, while I was pursuing my theology doctorate. I will give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Keys of the kingdom of heaven, sorry. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Gernot, have you read anything by Martin Luther? I can't say that I... He has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think.
Yeah, the connection here is that a lot of the basis of papal infallibility comes from that verse of Matthew.
Okay.
So that's why it reminds him of that.
I appreciate the context, stuff that I would absolutely have just completely missed without realizing I was missing anything. My lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. The quail? Oh my God, Father Abbot, the quail's fine. But don't you think Luther's ideas are worth discussing? Everyone at the lower table is concerned. He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see value in his ideas, do you not? My lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthew, yes? How appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church's sale of indulgences? Baron, please do not involve the other brothers in this conversation. Fine, fine. What about Andreas? Certainly, a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. I mean, he is really putting us on the spot. That's true. But we're not super interested. Like, we want to impress him, right? Because we had that whole thing about the occult and whatnot.
I think we want to impress him, but also we want to maintain our job. And maybe this is me coming into it in a meta way, but if we're going to solve some kind of murder, maybe it'd be better if everyone didn't hate us. I don't know. That's my...
Okay, it's an interesting point. I am inclined to just play Andreas as sort of as he lies, without him thinking ahead to the utility of actions he doesn't know about yet.
Yeah, no, that makes more sense.
I mean, I think Andreas would have a hard time. First of all, we are trying to ingratiate ourselves. We don't want to leave the dude hanging. I think that's important.
Yeah.
Listen, there's a lot of theology to talk about. Maybe Father Gurnout would appreciate that. But given his responses so far, it doesn't seem likely. And yet, maybe we can walk a fine line here. I want to back Lorenz up.
Okay.
Because I think there's a burgeoning relationship here that could be of great value to us.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have some thoughts. There's a great deal of theological merit to Luther's work. Ah, a debate. Excellent. Why not start with the 95 Theses? Enough. Andreas, you should know better. Lord Rothvogel, you are our guest and held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matthew, or any other brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father. It is your abbey, but you're taking too much offense at this, and you're far too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reform is coming to the church. You'd better accept it. What? I really like the ink splatter around that as conveying the extra emotion. Good. I will say this. Although historical church drama is not like my deal necessarily, and I know that it is your deal, which is a big part of why I wanted you here. Every bit of the actual like artistry and craft of this thing so far is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
This is very impressive. Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous, outrageous. How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds, and I suppose I have ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia Taciae. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it's time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome. Fathers, brothers, Andreas, good night. Wait, no, take me with you. Shit, my man has hung us out to dry in a very serious way. Because now we stood up for him and we're going to have to deal with all of it.
This is what I was worried about.
Why, Andreas? Why did you engage him? I expect better of you. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter privately. Brother Piero, please accompany Andreas out. No, I am super jazzed about this. I am happy to go. I will take my leave as well. Good night. Oh, don't worry about Father Gernot and the Baron. I'm sure it'll all be fine by morning. I hope Father Abbot can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. That seems unlikely. It may be so, but we must never lose hope. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake. Brother Piero, what do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? Ha! That is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I am just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. I like thank God in that context. That's clever.
Mm-hmm.
I should get some sleep. In theory. Is there a way to sneak back in? Yeah, of course there's a way to sneak back in, because the crypt is in the basement of the shrine. Right?
Was it?
I think so. I hope so.
I
okay.
don't see any basement here.
I don't remember where things were.
I
You're right. There is no basement here. But where was that? Where was that? Because we were supposed to try to come back.
Book, right?
Yeah, we were supposed to try to come back. Okay, the crypt is in the tower, but we were supposed to try to come back after dark, which means there must be a way.
Yeah.
Again, my memory's bad at the best of times, and these are perhaps, with the extra week break, not the best of times. So this is mostly areas that we're not allowed to be in. But we were allowed to walk onto this map, so I'm just curious. Yep, doors to the convent are locked to Ben. It's interesting that we're allowed to walk back in here when we're not allowed to try the church doors even. Yeah, this is all just plants. Mouse funger!
What are you doing out in the rain, sweetie?
Looking for pets and trouble to make?
No.
I know how a cat is.
A cat does not like being out in the rain.
Yeah, but a cat loves an opportunity to cause trouble. So, yeah, I guess maybe we have to wait until later.
Yeah.
Maybe the opportunity will present itself. There's still a lamp burning in the guest house. Lawrence must still be awake. I wonder how he's doing. And what was he thinking? He's a baron, but he couldn't have expected that to go well. No, the storm doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. I should get back to the Gertners, except that I have crimes to do. Also, let's see if we can talk to Lawrence, though. Nope. Guest house locked. Is there a... I guess we're just going back home? It's so weird because, he did explicitly say that thing about wanting to come back after dark. But
I assume there's some kind of story event that's going to happen once we go back home and they want us to do that.
Yeah.
Boo.
Ah. Ninjas. Were ninjas common in this time and place? Actually, I think the plural of ninja is ninja. Are you all right, Master Mahler? We can bring up the physical manifestation of a spirit with the people of the village, right? Most of them don't seem 100% into this Christianity stuff. I believe that I may have just seen the physical manifestation of a spirit. Or it was like a guy jumping. Also 100% could be that. The ghost. Sorry? My man. So I'm taking...
I like baby. I like baby a lot, actually.
I'm taking this as like a refutation, right? Of going, oh wait, no, sorry, it must have been a person. But yeah, I do want to hear what he means. I'm hoping I'm with you on maybe. I'm hoping he will expound. Maybe? Well, it could be a Roman, maybe even an old pagan. Wouldn't be the first time people have seen ghosts around these parts. Do I think it was a ghost? I mean, I don't think it was a ghost. Does Andreas think it was a ghost?
I mean, you think it was a ninja, so I feel like a ghost is more likely.
That's fair. Have you ever seen one? Mm-hmm. Usually around the ruins. Who knows how many restless Romans lie beneath these stones? Well, I think I found Johann's last lost sheep. I'm going to head home. Take care, Master Mahler. Yeah, I will. Thank you, Till. No, we should say... I'm gonna say you two. Hey, look. Irises. Wait, we weren't really allowed to do anything on this map last time?
Mm-hmm.
Lorenz was bending our ear the whole time. Maybe we want to look around a bit. The shrine is this way. A carving of Saint Satya. Looks quite old. Wait, is that... Can I really not... Okay, I won't click this time. I mean, I guess there's not a huge amount of detail to take in.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about, like... Is this one of those things where certain elements of the statue have... Certain elements of the carving have certain meanings?
I mean, she's holding looks like a horn of plenty and has a bow.
A bow with which she has presumably totally wrecked this deer.
Yeah, which, I mean, that feels like a... That feels in keeping with, like, Greek and Roman mythology stuff more than early Christian stuff. But then, a lot of Greek and Roman mythology stuff kind of got adapted into early Christian stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So, I don't know.
Okay, well, Andres has no particular insights. Just run around in the forest in the night, in the rain. Can't see anything going wrong here. Most of this felling is for the abbey's renovations and firewood. The town can only gather sticks. Church and Druckers. Who is Smokey? Apparently we don't get to find that out right now.
I bet he's friends with a bandit.
Ah, no! Pale horse, still on the floor! Do we call out or do we just try to figure out what's going on? I'm gonna think Andreas's instinct, given that we've made him a bit of a criminal, is to try to get a sense of what's happening before he reveals himself.
That makes sense.
Matin, the pale horse, death! A monastic prayer hour corresponding to 2 a.m. It is used for the night prayer. Huh. We don't know Amelie, right?
I don't
That's a
think
new name?
So. Yeah.
Sister, listen to my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yes. Yes, Father, I hear you. Am I here? Is this now? Yes, you are with us, and this is now. I apologize, Andreas. I imagine that must have been quite alarming. It sounded like she was having an ecstatic vision. Your knowledge surprises me, Andreas, although the Baron did say you were an educated man. But yes, Sister Amelie is a mystic, gifted with visions when God sees fit to give her one. Some are more frightening than others. And what is she doing in there? Does she live in the church? Is this a silly question?
I don't think so.
Okay. She lives there, yes. I'm a little surprised you haven't noticed her before. If you came to Mass more often, you would see that I give her communion through a window to her cell. Oh, is she an anchoress? She is, yes. Devoted to God, enclosed in the cells next to the church. She is dead to the world, but continues a life of prayer and religious contemplation. And sometimes, ever so rarely, she receives great and terrible visions. Is she local to Tassing, or was she a nun at Kirsau? Neither. She came here from a Benedictine abbey in Lower Bavaria after it burned down. Bavaria, of course, a powerful duchy in the southeastern Holy Roman Empire. Even I knew this part. East of Swabia, north of Tyrol, Tassing and Kirsau sit in the extreme south of the duchy, near the border with Tyrol. I am her confessor and caretaker. Many anchoresses are not literate. I write down her visions to help interpret them. I thought all of the monks and nuns at Kirsau could read, even poor Brother Volkbert, who we just saw for the first time. It's got a bit of a Peter Lorre vibe, right?
Yeah, he does. That's really good. I hope we get to talk to him and you can do a Peter Lorre voice.
Oh, geez, I don't know. I'll tell you what, even if I tried, it would definitely be like a couple degrees off. I would be doing a Chowchilla Charlie voice. And we would just hope it would kind of get there.
What's wrong with that?
Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Oh. That was really neat. She spoke in the typeset like Andreas does, and then it was replaced with the simpler speech. Gosh, what do you make of that?
I don't know. I do love all these little touches though. There's attention to detail with even just a simple thing as the text windows that's really captivating.
Yeah. Of course, sister. She seems unhappy. She is not unhappy, but she is in pain, both physical and spiritual. Her spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to address them as best I can. The physical pain comes from a deformity in her spine and aching in her joints. I know of no cure for that save prayer to the Almighty. Well, Sister Emily was saying she had a vision of death. Could someone be in danger? Oh, no, don't rush to judgment. Her visions are divine and powerful, but they could have many meanings. Some of her revelations take years to comprehend. Some may never be understood at all, as God wills it. Still, the argument at dinner was quite troubling. Perhaps it has cast a shadow over our thoughts. Now then, the good sister appears to have fallen back to sleep. I must prepare for bed myself. Good night, Andreas. Good night, Father.
It's really neat that we're getting some of the more esoteric parts of like church culture, like ecstatic visions.
Yeah.
Like I really like that.
Where do I live? It's to get to Outer Tassing. Okay, we're here. So we want to go down and left and down. I mean, left and down, whatever. It's all good. The important part is we got to go down at some point. But wait, maybe I want to go through the town. Sorry. I want to go through town square just in case anything else is occurring. Anybody? Anything? No? Okay. I want to happen across any other weird stuff that we can happen across. Johan's family keeps beehives for honey and wax.
Look at those pigs. Those are good pigs.
Those are good pigs. I like the art of the animals quite a lot.
Before we go to bed, let's look at those books.
Yeah, absolutely. So Prior Ferric is giving us these to read. You said these are... I'm not familiar with these books.
Well, the Key of Solomon, I know, is like a grimoire. I can't pronounce that word.
Grimoire.
It's a spell book.
Yep. And
I
also,
believe
which is
there's-
messy.
I believe there's also a Lesser Key of Solomon, which is one of the like foundational demonology texts
Okay.
in modern occultism, I guess.
It's getting late. I should get some rest. The fact that they give you the option to stay awake makes me worry that there is something to stay awake for, but I'm going to go to sleep. If I click this, nothing will immediately happen. Just curious.
I like his little hat.
You can't go to sleep with your head uncovered because the Sandman will eat your brains. Everybody knows this.
I did not know that.
Well, everybody knows it now then.
Okay.
Time to get back to work. Somebody's got to draw these donuts. Aw, Ursula's mad because her murder didn't go smoothly. Shh, it's all right, Ursula. Good morning. Do you need any help with Ursula? No, a little crying won't hurt her. Besides, I think we've gotten almost all the leaks now. Ursula is my first child, and she's been a handful, but I think I have the hang of it now. I really like the art for her. Big York has been a godsend. He helped Christine with Ava when she was a baby. I never took you for a family man, Andreas. Wow, that's really not correct. Honestly, I bet this Andreas is pretty good with kids until he gets bored of them.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I have 2 older brothers, both married, so there are plenty of nieces and nephews for me to play uncle to. I appreciate the offer. You'll make a fine husband someday, Andreas. Ugh, when will this storm let up? It's been going all morning. And Peter and Jorg are outside trying to deal with the flooding as best they can. Oh my, is the farm in danger? I think we're nice to these people, right? We like these people.
Yeah.
There's always a danger with this much rain, but we've lived through worse. Whatever happens, it will be as God wills it. We must have faith in Providence and endure what is to come. Oh, I have some food for you. I love that. I love that about you. Here. Sorry I couldn't prepare anything more. Otto did, yes. He's probably courting her, and we like Otto, and we like her. We want to help. No. Bad demon man whose name I can't remember. We're being a good friend. Thank you. Otto wanted me to say hello, by the way. Oh, he did? Good. Thank you. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas. And try to stay dry. Thanks. You too. Good luck with the flooding and the not being annihilated by the weather and all. Be good, Ursula.
Did we ever give them the money?
I don't think so. Oh,
Oh.
I just apparated. Sorry. Andreas. Oh, I didn't see that the wall was broken. Is that from the flood? It is. Must have broken in the night. Some of our sheep escaped. We'll have to track them down later. This is the way it always is. Rain falls on the abbey and rolls downhill to us little people. Okay, buddy. Take it easy with the thematics. You're going to hurt yourself. Well, it's hard to blame the abbey for that. That is literally just how rain works. Now, there's a reason we're downhill and they're up there, Andreas. Anyway, I have to get back to this. See you later. So hold on. Yeah, we have money. I was supposed to... Clara, do you want this money? Hello, Andreas. Hello, Clara. I have something for you. I'm glad you said something, by the way, because I would not have remembered. Oh? This should be enough to pay my rent and the tax you owe the abbey. Andreas, this is far more than your rent payment. We can't accept this.
Yes, you can.
Well, I mean, you're going to. These people are pretty godly. You want to just hit them with the scripture?
Yeah. Why not?
He who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Or to put it another way, the more you share, the more your bowl will be plentiful. Oh, Andreas, thank you. But how did you even get so much coin? Are you sure you'll have enough to spare? I am going to say it. I have my ways, Clara. I'm more resourceful than you think. Huh, you and your secrets, Andreas Mahler. I won't pry. I don't want to become an accessory to anything. Thank you, Andreas. You don't know what this means to us. Well, I'm happy to help, Clara. It's the Christian thing to do. You're a good man, Andreas. Thank you. I'll let you move on with your day. God bless you. Yeah, that was a lot of her thanking us. So, not much to do except just run back to the church, right? Am I allowed to cross the water here? Actually, no. Okay. We'll go this way. I can't help but feel like I'm being routed to encounter something. Andres, how's it going? Hello, Andres. Good morning, Andres. So, Otto and Ava, huh? Yes. What about them? I mean, gossip? We gossip? We gossip.
He doesn't gossip, though.
Yeah, but we gossip.
Okay.
Come now. Tell me juicy details about what's going on between them. I'm not a gossip, Andreas. Okay. Otto practically asked me to be his messenger. I'm only trying to understand how things stand. I'm going to make this about everybody else.
Yeah.
Did he really? Or did you just assume the part all on your own? You've started picking up poor habits during your time in Tassing, Andreas. It can't be the Gertners. Peter is stern. Maybe the monks talk too much. There's a little bit of that going on, yeah. Well, if you ask me, I think Otto's being a bit too slow about it. Oh? He's old enough already not to be smitten like a boy. They both like each other. Seems to me if you found the right person, you should go for it. That's what I would do.
All these are shitty things to say. I like that very much.
I don't want to ask either of these, but I guess Andreas does. Where is Mistress Schmidtin, if I may ask? Oh, that's a private matter.
Do you... I wonder...
I also wonder. I feel like there's a line here and I don't want to wander over it.
I wonder if the big burly guy is...
I'm gonna employ our logician thing here. You just haven't found the right person. No. I do hope to find someone to have at my side as we build a family. God has not given me this blessing. Well, worry not. It could happen at any moment, Andres. One hopes so. I must get back to work, Andres. Enough talk. Until later.
Okay, that's silly. I was okay with it when it was the sheep. It being that puddle is too big, I can't walk over it.
And I certainly couldn't walk around it. But if we hadn't gone this way, I would never have realized that there was a pretzel shop here. Ulrich, pretzels. God be with you, Andreas. Seems like we have a good spring storm, though I hope it lets up soon. Yeah, good morning. It's very annoying. I have to walk all the way up to the abbey in this. Complaining won't do you any good. Best to endure and have faith in God. Ulrich, I paid Gret for last week's pumpernickel. Sorry to make you wait for it. Oh, it's no trouble at all. Please say hello to Lucky for me. We don't know this person at all. Of course. Now I'm off to home and then to the Pfeiffers. Nosy? How nosy? Good morning, Agnes. What's going on at the Pfeiffers? Why would that be? Okay, they're remembering my nosiness. Helena has about a month to go before her child is due. Her last one was hard. He didn't make it, God rest his soul. I just want to give her the best chance she can have. It is in God's hands. Trust in Providence. Always, Ulrich, but I'll do what I can to help. Why make the Lord do all the work? I must be off now. Good day to you both, and Andreas, stay out of the rain. Tell Helena I, too, will pray for her health. She will appreciate that, Andreas. Thank you. Until later. Well, that's interesting. That was worth encountering.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to visit the bakery?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Hi. God bless you, Andreas. Just allowed to walk around in here. Have another child. Hi.
Maybe there are two murderers.
It's a real rogues gallery we're accumulating here. Andreas, such a pleasure to see you, and looking so handsome as always. Back for more of my rye? Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
Are we in this kind of trouble?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Oh dear Gret, you know I can't stay away from your rye. Andreas. I was passing by and thought I should say hello. Now I must say goodbye. Well, aren't you a good man? Well, you're always welcome here, Andreas. And always welcome to my rye. Be well. Well. Let's not engage with Ulrich any further. Feels like perhaps unwise. There's so
Maybe
much...
he's into that though. Oh.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
Another cat.
Yep, I found her. I got it. Kitty, go inside. So we're at the hour here. I hope you don't mind that I'm sort of pushing a little bit. I suspect we're about to happen upon a crime scene. Is my vibe, the vibe I'm getting. So I kind of wanted to see. Father, I've said this before, but it isn't good that the water drains here so quickly. It's affecting the foundation. It needs to be looked at. I understand, but if you dig here, you may be disturbing the bodies decomposing in the yard. Of course, Father, but they're going to be dug back up again anyway. Yes, but why disturb them unnecessarily? Okay, it's your church, Father, but you can't put this off forever. The foundation is going to crack. I understand. Perhaps after some of the bones have been moved to the ossuaries. Thank you, Lucky. So apparently this is the day where we all just say the themes out loud. Ah, good day,
Yeah.
Master Mahler. Good day, Father Thomas. Is everything all right with the church? Oh, yes. Lucky was again reminding me of the dangerous severe rainfall composed to the foundation. God looks after his flock, but sometimes the pen requires an earthly hand. It will be taken care of. God be with you, Andres. And with you, Father Thomas, until later. Can we not knock on the window and just ask if she's doing okay? All right, let's probably... I'm getting all distracted. You know what? We're not going to get where we're going quickly. I am far too easy to distract. Let's just go ahead and call it here instead of tacking another half hour onto this episode.
Okay.
That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Things are coming to light. Subtext is becoming text. And presumably, somewhere around here, there has been a pale horse. Come back next time to find out where, and we'll see you then.
Bye.